Bellyberry here, and welcome to my first ever video. And today I'm going to show you guys my entire Tamagotchi collection, and they're all inside this box. And I know it's not that big compared to like other people's collection, but I only started 2 years ago, and I'm currently a working student, so I don't have that much budget, to put all of it in my hobbies. And I have more hobbies than this, but this is my main hobby, my main collection. But I have a lot more, so I can't put all my money in here. And as we all know, Tamagotchis and other V-Pets are expensive. So yeah, but considering that I've only been doing this for like 2 years, I feel like this is, this is pretty decent. This is pretty okay for my collection. Okay, so for the first one that I want to talk about this one. This is the Tamagotchi meets Sanrio version, and it's the red one, and this is my favorite. No, not my favorite, but definitely one of my favorite Tamagotchis in this box. And it's also my very first one. My mom got it for me when I told her like, oh, I really want a Tamagotchi, because back then when I was young, I wanted a Tamagotchi, and I think the one back then was like one of the connection lines. And I remember asking Dad for one, but my dad was like, no, it's too expensive. And so he only bought me the fake one. And he told me like, oh, if you manage to take care of this fake Tamagotchi, I'll buy you an original. But the fake one that he bought me, I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's really just like that, but it didn't really grow up. So I'm stuck with a baby for like 3 days, and I was just getting really tired. I'm like, oh man, nothing's happening. So I never really, took care of it. So I never really got my Tamagotchi that I wanted. Anyways, fast forward like 15 years later, I think. I was thinking like, oh, I wonder how the Tamagotchis are these days, because I knew they still existed. I knew they were in color, but I haven't really thought of them for a while. I just thought like, oh, maybe I'll try to check the newer ones, and maybe I'll try buying myself one, etc, etc. And then I saw this and I was like, oh, I love Sanrio. My favorite is My Melody. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, I need to have it. But even though it was still selling back then, so it wasn't as expensive, because like right now this could go for $300 to $400, but back then it was barely even $100. It wasn't even $100 when I got this, but it was still kind of expensive. So I asked my mom like, Mom, look, can I have this, as a gift? And she said yes, thankfully. So I got this. I haven't played it. Oops, something fell. I haven't played this for like a year though, but hopefully this Christmas I'll get to play with it again. So yeah, I might vlog it as well, so if you're interested, you can stay tuned for that. Next up that I want to show you guys is this. This is the Jordi Tamagotchi, and as you can see, there's the battery is dying, so I have to remove it, but I'm too lazy to, because the main problem with these silicone cases that the limited nano Tamagotchis come with is they're so hard to like take out. But yeah, I have to take out this eventually. This is my very first Tamagotchi Nano, and the very first Tamagotchi that I purchased myself. I was very interested in it because basically how it works is they don't die, but if you don't take care of them properly, if you don't take care of Jordi properly, she will get unemployed. She won't be able to find a job. And I just find that so interesting and so funny, and I was like, man, I really want to try and play this. So I did, and I got it. And as you can see, she's not in packaging, because when I got this Tamagotchi, I didn't really think like, oh, I'm going to start collecting Tamagotchi. And I used the packaging for my journal, and sadly my journal is currently not with me right now. It's in another house due to personal reasons. I'll be able to get it someday, but for now I do not have it. Okay, sorry. A lot of things happen, a lot of interruptions, and I completely forgot what I was gonna say, but I think I managed to say what I wanted to say for the Jordy Tamagotchi. So okay, next up, these are just cases. Next up, let's go with this one. Whoops. These is a box where I put all my Tamagotchis that doesn't have the original packaging anymore, except for my watch. I do have the packaging for that. It's not with me right now. It's in my grandma's house, I think, but I'll eventually get it back. Yes. I'll put this back first. I tried to change the lighting, but somehow I think I made it worse. So I'm so sorry about that. Okay, next, this one. This is the one, the empty space here, but he's currently not there because, as you can see, I'm currently using it. It's currently paused because I just didn't want to think much today. I didn't really want to be disturbed while I was working and while I was studying, so I left it on pause this morning. But eventually I'll put it, I'll unpause it maybe tomorrow or the day afterwards. But yeah, I'm currently playing this right now. This is probably the third Tamagotchi I bought, I think. Like after the Jordy one, I bought this one. Well, technically the second one that I bought. And I got this Entama shell not because this is my favorite shell in the Entama series, but it was the cheapest one that I could find where the shell looks pretty nice and clean still, and it still came with this, although I don't think that this was the original beads that it came with. I think it was just, they just put this back because you could buy these beads online, and I think that's what they did. So yeah. And then after this, I'm pretty sure I bought this one, which is the Tamagotchi Akai. This one, the pixels here are like red, and I find it really cute, and I'm planning to buy the other shell of this because this is the apple shell design, which is one of my favorite shell designs for the Tamagotchi Akai, and I would love to have the other one, which is red, that's also apples. And but I currently can't find one right now for a good price, and it's currently not really my priority. I have so many Tamagotchis and V-Pets that I kind of want to buy that's not Akai, especially since I didn't really enjoy this Tamagotchi, although I feel like one of the reasons why I got bored of this so easily is because, I don't have another version of this, so I can't really connect and play games with them and get married and stuff, so I don't have the full experience. Next one are these two nanos. I got them around the same time, and I do not have their packaging as well, because it was the time when I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna collect Tamas, but I wasn't really fully committed to it, and I didn't really know how to store packaging back then. Instead of like putting these Tamagotchis back after I'm done with them, I separated them. I put these in a different container, and I decided to put the packaging in a different place, and I think I may have misplaced them, or someone accidentally threw them out thinking they were like trash and stuff. So yeah, sadly these two also don't have their packaging. This one is the PT21 Tamagotchi, and then this one is the Kimetsu no Yaiba Tamagotchi. And in all honesty, I don't really like nano tamas that much. I don't really play with them that much. And at first I was like, oh, I'm never going to buy nano Tamagotchis again. But somewhere in here, there's another nano. For this one. Wait, no, not this one. This one. It's the Spy Family Nano Tamagotchi. And I bought this because I realized, like, oh, I don't buy the nanos because, you know, for gameplay. I buy them because I like the characters, and I realized, like, oh, rather than having any other Kimetsu no Yaiba or BT21 merch, I'd rather have a nano Tamagotchi instead. That goes with Spy Family as well. And I do have a shirt, but that's all the Spy Family merch that I have right now, and I don't think I want more, you know, because I already feel fulfilled that I have this, although I have yet to play this one. And aside from this, I also wanted the Miku Nano Tamagotchi, but right now they're currently being sold for outrageous prices, and I'm kind of regretting prioritizing this one before the Miku Nano Tamagotchi, because the reason why I bought this right away was because they were selling it for like really cheap, like 1,100 pesos, and it was the only one left. And if I didn't buy it, the others were selling it for like 1,700 to 2,000 pesos, and I was just like, I have to get this one right away. But then after that, right now I can still find Spy Family Nano Tamagotchis for like 1, 2, 1, 3. They started popping out after I bought this. And then the Hatsune Miku Tamagotchi, the cheap ones, I can no longer find them. Right now they're all above 2,000 pesos. 1,900 maybe if I'm lucky. But now they're also expensive. I'm just like, I don't think it's worth it, especially since I have a lot more Miku merch, a lot more Vocaloid merch than just the Tamagotchi. So yeah. I also really wanted the Tokyo Revengers one, the black one, where it was just like their uniform, but it's sold out pretty quickly, and right now they're so expensive, like 3,000 pesos. And if you want the cheaper ones, it's all the character design ones, and I'm not really a huge fan of the shell designs for those. I really just like the plain black uniform one, so I also don't have it. Maybe someday, but I do have this one. This is my only Tokyo Revenger merch, which, you know, I'm not complaining. He looks really cute. Next up is my watch, my Tamagotchi smartwatch, and this is my smart card, which is the Sanrio one. This is my only smart card. I think I'd still buy one more smart card and then try to like play it again to see how I truly feel about it, because maybe I kind of got bored just because it's, you know, another Sanrio smart card, and as you all know, I already have this one, and I really like the Meets gameplay. I still think, as of the moment, as of all the Tamagotchis that I haven't tried, I still think this is one of the better gameplays, because, you know, you could mix and match their genes, and I just love, you know, thinking like, oh, I wonder what my next baby would look like. And unlike compared to this one, this is kind of simple. The main gimmick really is that it's, you know, something you could wear in your wrist, and that you can have these, but I only have one. So I'm thinking maybe I should buy one more before, you know, I'm like, yeah, the smart watch isn't really for me, and I sell it. Because even though I am a collector, I do sell some of my items because, like for example, my Tamagotchi peas. I used to have a Tamagotchi peas. I sold it because it just really wasn't for me. It no longer, whenever I look at it, doesn't really spark joy, and I wasn't, you know, having fun with it. So I sold it, and I might do it with this one, especially if I manage to get a uni. I still don't have a uni because I'm waiting for more shells, because that's also a mistake that I did with this one. I bought one right away and I realized like, oh, I preferred the other shells rather than this pink one, but you know, it do be. There's nothing at the bottom here as of the moment. Before it used to have my peas, but you know, like I said, I sold it. But eventually it will fill up with all the secondhand Tamagotchis that I will buy that doesn't have their packaging, which would most likely be a lot because a lot of Tamas with packaging are expensive. So yeah. Okay, next up are my Gen 1 and Gen 2s. These are, they're not the original ones. They're not from 1996. Although I will buy one with packaging, hopefully, from 1996 or 1997, like the original ones. But they're not really my priority right now. And I'm quite satisfied with these two. This is the translucent shell. I forgot the exact name of the shell, holographic shell, but it was the 25th anniversary version, and I had to buy the Korean one. This is the Korean packaging. It's still in English though because how do I say this? I forgot words, but oh yeah, they no longer have it for the English. Well, they do, but they're selling it for ridiculous prices, like 9,000 pesos, almost $200. Like, that's so expensive. Why would you do that? And you know, it's only been a year late. It's not like it's vintage or anything, and yet they're selling it for that price. I'm just like, nope, nope. So I bought the Korean one because I really love the shell. This shell, looking at videos does it no justice. You have to look at it IRL because it's so pretty, and on direct sunlight, my lighting right now is not doing the shell justice. It's really pretty. This is probably one of my favorite shells that I have, and yeah, I really love this. But it's so expensive though. It still cost me like 3K. I'm crying from the expenses, and I just knew that I had to buy it like at that moment, because if I didn't buy it, the next time would be so expensive. And I was right, because I checked back to the seller like after a month, and they were selling the rest of this for like 6K. So it like doubled the price right away. I'm like, what? But yeah, that's just how life be with Tamagotchis. And then this is the Gen 2. I got the pink glitter one. I really love this shell, and actually I love a lot of the new shells actually, like the space versions and all the other translucent shells. And I recently saw the ones that they've been releasing in China. I'm just like, I want it so badly, but I'm currently not financially able to, like, you know, just spend all my money on these. And I feel like it would be kind of wasteful to spend it on something that I already have, but just in different shell, you know. So right now I cannot do that to myself, but still I'm kind of sad. I do want one. I do want more shells, but I'm just not financially able to. Someday, I mean, you never know, right? Maybe someone would sell these for like cheaper prices someday, and I could be able to get them. I wouldn't care if they're not in packaging anymore, because I already have one that is. So yeah, also, this dentin, it wasn't dented before. I think it was from this, because I bought a box that has these ones. Like the shape for the wheels. I feel like I shouldn't have done that, but oh well, maybe the next container, if I need to, you know, upsize my Tamagotchi box. Next up, this is probably my favorite show from all of the Tamagotchis that I have, and this is the Tamagotchi Some Magic version. And this is basically just like the meets or the on. It's just in Korean. And this is my favorite. I have yet to play it though. I'm hoping to play it this month because, you know, it's spooky season, so like it's the perfect time. Wait, I'll take it out of packaging so you can see it more clearly. If I remember how this packaging works. Oh. But yeah, I'm sorry, my lighting is terrible, but ta-da! Look, it's so nice and glittery and sparkly. I'm not sure if you could, you know, properly see that, but this is my favorite one. I can't wait to play it. I'm probably going to, you know, log it so you guys can see. Oh, and by the way, my videos right now are not linear, so like, you know, if you guys see me reference stuff and you're like, wait, she hasn't done that before, or she hasn't done that yet, that's probably because I did not release my videos in order. I have like 4 filmed videos already, 3, but I'm not gonna release them before this video, so like, yeah. But I have yet to play this, but I will soon. Oh, I don't have a screen protector though. Oh dear. I keep forgetting to buy it. Oh yeah, this is also expensive. I bought this afterwards, but not as expensive. I managed to find a seller that was at least selling it for 3,000 pesos. But some people are selling this for so much more. Next up, this is my top favorite Tamagotchi to play. And it's a Tamagotchi Umi. This is my first and only vintage Tama. I can't wait to like buy more of this. I am so interested with the Angel and the Mori. But yeah, I bought this because I wanted to challenge myself, because I heard it was like the hardest Tama to raise. And at first I was like, how hard could it be? I'm always at home anyways. My work is at home. My studies are at home. So, you know, I'm like, man, I could take this. I could take this challenge. But after the first playthrough, I was humbled pretty quickly. I didn't even reach teen stage. Did I reach teen stage? I'm not so sure, but I remember struggling very hard. Yeah, I don't think I reached teen stage. I think they died right before they were about to turn into a teen. But after 4 tries and like more than a month of struggling, I did manage to finally get an adult, which I was so happy about. It was the best well taken care adult, so I was really happy. I think I posted it on my Instagram account. Next up, and I think this is my last Tamagotchi. Yeah, I think this is my last Tamagotchi. The others, oh wait, no, I have this one, but this isn't really a Tamagotchi. The rest are V-Pets from other brands. But yeah, this is technically my last Tamagotchi. And it is the pigs, which I am surprised that I actually really enjoyed. I did not buy this for the longest time because I'm like, oh, I don't think I'll enjoy this particular Tama. Because, you know, there's a lot of gimmicks and stuff, and I'm just like, I feel like after the gimmicks, I'll be bored of it. But no, I genuinely enjoy this Tamagotchi, and I would take it, you know, whenever I travel and stuff. Like, I went to Singapore earlier this year, and I took a bunch of pictures of my trip with this. I went to Yoongi's August D concert as well, and I took pictures there using this Tamagotchi. Of course, it's not good, but you know, the memories are there, and I just love this Tamagotchi, surprisingly. And I was so scared that I bought it off in secondhand, a lot cheaper price than it usually goes for in the market. And the only reason why I got this already was because I'm like, oh, you know, the Tamagotchi Uni was coming. And yeah, if you don't know, once the Tamagotchis are phased out, they skyrocket in price. And I'm just like, oh, I have, since I'm, you know, I'm not sure, but I really want to try it, I should get it now when people are selling it for, you know, low prices. So that's what I did, even though the packaging is missing. Well, at least I have it, right? And at least there's still some form of resemblance with the packaging. That's good enough. I'll show you my pictures someday. I'm kind of too lazy to do that now. Maybe when I vlog, maybe when I travel next time and I bring this, I'll also show the pictures of my past travels with me, maybe. Wow. More, these are more covers. I forgot the term, but yeah. And dun, 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 this is the Himaspeci phone. This is also a Tamagotchi item, but the gameplay is not raising the Tamagotchis, but building friendship with, like, you know, all of Himaspeci's friends by text. I think I have yet to play this actually. Maybe I'll also vlog about it, or I don't know, talk about it on like another video. You can also exchange this as well, which I find kind of cool. Maybe someday I'll have the energy to, like, you know, make a custom for this. I feel like that would be kind of cute. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to play it sometime this year, but I have a lot of backlogs, so I doubt it. Maybe early next year. And this is just my battery charger, because, you know. Next up are, yeah, I also have these silicone gels. I don't know if they really serve a purpose here, but I feel like you can't hurt, right? Next up, these two are from Pripara. It's like an idol anime, kind of like Love Live, but also kind of different at the same time. I'm gonna admit I'm not really the biggest Pripara fan. I'm pretty sure I was more of an Ikatsu girly growing up, but I do like them. I do like some of the shows. I did watch some of the episodes even before I found out of these two, and I watched more when I found out of these two, just you know, just so I could tell what's happening. But yeah, this is really fun. I recommend this one, especially if you're a fan of Pripara. This one, not really. I got bored pretty quickly. I don't think it's worth it. But it is really pretty though. That's why I'm kind of reluctant to like resell it. Like, it's so cute. But there's not much gameplay here. I don't feel so bad though, because I got this for pretty cheap. I got this and this, both of these, from resellers, and they were selling it for really cheap prices. Next up is this, which is the Sumiko Catch. I only have one Sumiko Garashi V-Pad, and I feel like I'm satisfied. And this was the cheapest one. This was like around $20, so you know, very cheap. Because I also got it, it was already on sale, I think, like this price. They dropped it pretty low, and then I got another sale. That's why, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so happy. And Sumiko Garashi, you know, their V-Pads, they're all at least from my point of view, I mean, I haven't played the rest, but from my point of view, from the videos I've seen and the posts that I've seen, they kind of have similar gameplay, just different gimmicks. So I'm like, even though I like Sumikagashi, you know, I think I'll be satisfied with just one. Maybe when I'm rich, I'll try to buy another one, but for now I'm satisfied with this one. I also want to try the Friends one, the Sumiko Friends. That one has probably the most different gameplay out of all the other Sumikagashi V-Pets. Next one is Digimon. I love Digimon. I grew up with Digimon, and but I have not grew up with the V-Pet, basically. I almost said Digivice, but this is not a Digivice. Digivice are different from what I've heard. But yeah, I love Digimon. I finally managed to get one. This is the 20th version, and I kind of want the X2 as well, the purple one. But I currently do not have the budget for it. It's not even my priority. Well, I do have the money for it. It's in my budget. It's just not my priority right now. I think I'd rather spend my money on Tamagotchi Uni or the Tamagotchi Disney Magical Gacha. But yeah, so not yet. But I did enjoy this. One of my favorite V-Pets. It's really fun, and you could take care of two of them at the same time. Although it's kind of hard. What I suggest doing is, you know, if you don't have that much time or you're not confident with taking care of them, is you do one first, and once they're an adult, you do the second one. I feel like that was a lot easier to do than raising two Digimons from scratch, like from egg, you know. That's kind of hard, but I did enjoy this. I got one in neon red, and I forgot what version this is, but this is the version with Lunamon in it. And I love Lunamon, but I am not confident in getting her egg because I don't have friends who also collect V-Pets and Tamas as me. And maybe I'll find one that's like, you know, in a convention, like they also brought their Digimon, but I feel like that's really rare. This is my last one. This is a Chico V-Pet. Oh wait, no, I have one more. Okay, I have one more after this, but for now this is it. It's currently out because I've been playing it, and I filmed a video for it, but I have yet to edit it, so I don't know when it's coming out. Hopefully soon. But yeah, I bought this, the Chico V-Pet. At first I thought that Chico and the Sumikagashi V-Pet, I thought they were from the same company. I thought this was also Bandai. But apparently not. Takara told me this is from Bandai. But they have very similar gameplay. They just changed a lot from lore and stuff and characters. But I genuinely feel like they have similar gameplays. There are a lot of differences, but still they're very similar. I love Chikawa, although I'm not the biggest fan. I don't know everything. I don't know every lore, and it's kind of hard because a lot of it are not translated. There are some translations on Twitter, but you know, not a lot, and I don't think they're in order from what I've seen. So yeah, it's hard to stand Chikawa if you're not that fluent in Japanese. I only know bare basic Japanese. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. This one is my favorite character. I keep forgetting his name. Starts with an H. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I enjoyed this. I recommend this. Next up, this is really the last one. It's not in my box because I just got it, but I got it for super cheap. It's called Pocket Biscuit. It's from, I think this is also Takara Tomy. I'm not sure, but Pocket Biscuit is a V-Pet and it's based from a band from Japan back in the 90s. And basically, your main goal is to be top 1 on Billboard charts. I have yet to try it though, so maybe another video, I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited to try this, and I really like this concept. It's so cute. Ta-da! Anyway, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for sitting through all that, if you did sit through all that. Also, by the way, I am really chatty, if you have not noticed. I am going to go through a lot of tangents most of the time in a lot of my videos, and if you're not a fan of that, that's okay. Although sometimes, you know, the reason why I'm filming all this is mostly for me. I mean, I do want to share this with you guys. That's why I'm posting it to YouTube and stuff. But like 70% of why I'm doing this is basically for me, for myself, because you know, a lot of things could happen with your collection. You just don't know, like, you know, a thief might come and they actually know the value of all your toys and stuff, or a fire could happen and you lose, you know, all your belongings, or you don't lose all your belongings, but of course you're not supposed to take all of this if you can't do it. You have to take your important stuff like documents and stuff and clothes. And if I could save some of these, I will. But you know, I think that's probably rarely gonna happen if there's an emergency situation. There could also be an earthquake and all of these gets destroyed. You just don't know, you know? Or a lot more stuff could happen. So yeah. And even without a natural disaster, sometimes your collection comes and go. Like, I could get bored of this, I could get bored of that, and a lot of things could get added. You know, it's more of memories and to look back upon, like, wow, that's how I felt about that particular Tamagotchi, and I don't have it anymore, but it's nice to, you know, look back at it. Oh, that's how I played with these toys back then. Or wow, I don't remember that I had that in my collection. You know, I feel like it would just be nice to look at someday, and that's why I am doing this. Maybe even, you know, a tragedy struck and I have to sell my collection. You just never know. At least with this, you have something to look back upon. Also, I'm sorry if it's kind of awkward, you know, with how I speak. Sometimes I feel like my words are not wording. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to, you know, have more confidence in the future when, like, speaking on camera. But yeah, that's it for my Tama collection. I'll also have another video about my other collections, but I think that'll take a while longer, because aside from Tamas, I've also been collecting other toys and even some anime and art books, but I don't have all of it with me right now due to personal reasons, but I'll be able to get them someday, hopefully, once I have my own place, because currently I'm staying with my cousins. but hopefully once I manage to like move out and have my own place, I'll be able to like have all of them in one area, hopefully. So yeah, that's it for now. Bye.